Hello everybody and welcome to this postpartum postnatal workout. One of my favorite times of life to work with, so special, so intense on many levels. Still very close to me, even though it's more than 10 years away, 10 years past. And I've gone through 2 pregnancies, one of them a twin pregnancy. So I clearly had to work my way back. And I'd love to present you with a workout targeted at pelvic floor, targeted at getting your abdominal wall to be reintegrated into your core, addressing the ribs which have been pushed up during pregnancies and need to be integrated into your breathing pattern, into the abdominal activity, and also targeting the thoracic spine, which is often affected by breastfeeding, by bigger boobs, by carrying the baby, giving the bottle, a lot of attention in front of the body. So that oftentimes needs mobilization and release. So let's get started. The ball, I highly recommend for you to get one. It is so helpful, and since time is precious, you want to make the most out of it. Let's get started on hands and knees. You can extend your feet. Take a breath here. Inhale. Now release the belly for the inhale, and on the exhale, you just want to pull the abdominal wall in. On the inhale, let the belly release. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, release it. Exhale. Pull the belly button all the way into your spine. Inhale. And exhale, also breathe the ribs together into the midline and down into the belly button. At the same time, lift your face up and above the mat. Open the shoulders, feel lifted from your rib cage. And then engage your inner thighs by squeezing the ball ever so slightly on the exhale. And then we're going to go into a twist here. Trying to mobilize the thoracic spine, so you really thread the arm through like a needle. You want to push with your left hand to enhance the rotation for your thoracic spine. You also get a stretch for your shoulder, and then bring it back and fit the other arm underneath. Breathing through here, mobilizing your thoracic. And then come back. Back into the all fours. Now try to keep your belly button pulled in. Try to move your abdominal wall into your back and just rock forward and back. Inhale, exhale, navel into spine. Inhale forward, exhale, pushing back. Now think of your sit bones aiming for the wall behind you, pushing the top of the head forward, pulling the sit bones back. And now visualize the pelvic floor between your sit bones and your pubic bone. And you want to pull it in and up into your abdomen. Not too much gravity, not too much weight on your pelvic floor right now in this position. So you do have a fair chance to pull it in. Even though if you're so close to birth, it might be much less arriving in your pelvic floor than what you feel like you're sending out in terms of activity. You might make a big effort, and what's really landing in the muscle there is a lot smaller in activity. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And then sit yourself all the way back into a child pose. Again, releasing your thoracic spine, your upper back all the way down. Open the shoulders. And now just pull the hands back into a diagonal. And here, take the right hand behind your head and go into a rotation. Inhale and exhale. Now pull your belly button into your spine. Feel your pelvic floor lifted. And inhale and exhale. Ribs are closing. Abdominal wall pulling in. And inhale. Exhale. Close the ribs, send them down to your navel. You want to use your breath to reintegrate them. And then think from your pubic bone upwards towards your navel. Try to feel that lift to engage your abs from there. Inhale, exhale, abs pulling into your back. You really want to take them in, hug them in, show them where to go. Their comfy place now is further out than you want them to be. So really show them the way back in. And then switch to the other side. And inhale. Exhale. Open here. Connecting pelvic floor to the top of the head. And then feel that rotation all the way through. Let that upper back rotate, open the chest. And one more to go. And then come back onto all fours. Take a cat. Stretch all the way around. Take a cow, arching your back all the way. Don't look up too high. You don't want to break the line in your neck. And then try to curl and then pull the abs all the way into your back. And again, into a cow stretch. And pull in last cat. And then last cow. And then find your neutral. And then try to integrate your ribs. Means you're pulling them towards the navel, towards the midline. Try to think about just getting that abdominal wall to hug in. And even though it might be far out right now, try to aim for hugging it in against gravity here. Now tuck your toes under, inhale, and on your exhale, give the ball a squeeze and think about lifting your knees in the first place. Not even doing it yet, but just think of them being a little lighter. So that already gives you that nice pulling in activity. However, maybe that's already enough or even already too much, so you have to go slow. You just want to think about maybe eventually lifting the knees. If you're further along, you might actually lift the knees just a tiny little bit, give the ball a squeeze, and come back, inhale. So the activity really goes into that bridging underneath side, the front side being all active. The whole interior chain is active. So exhale and anticipate a lift off of the knees. Inhale. Breathe into your ribs now. So don't let go of the belly all the way, but pull it even further in on the exhale. And then inhale. Ribs are opening sideways. And then exhale. Maybe lift. So this would be further along. Maybe you'll just stay in the mat. Maybe you'll make those knees a little lighter. The squeeze of the ball will help to activate your pelvic floor via inner thighs. One more. And then release. Now keep the ball between your inner thighs. Bring it even a little further up and then lie down onto your stomach. Have the hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the ball. Press your pubic bone into the mat and then just lift from your upper back. You want to mobilize into your thoracic spine again here. Inhale. And then exhale, lengthen your legs away, give it a squeeze, pelvic floor is active, and you want to open the upper back. You need your strength in your back. There's so much weight in front of your body to take care of right now. Childcare needs a very strong back. You need your glutes. And you need your mobility in the upper back. Inhale, exhale. And then try to do it without the help of the hands. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. You don't need to come up that far. Exhale. And two more. And one more. And release. Push back. Child pose. And come up and go onto your side on your elbow. The ball between your inner thighs. You can reach the top arm up, or if you need help, just use it here to support. Inhale, and on your exhale, you want to squeeze the ball and lift your pelvis. So you have that nice pelvic floor activity. You want to pull the abdominal wall inwards again. Try to connect between your pelvic crusts here. So you want to draw together, and then you're working your side core. So there's a lot of safety in terms of the diastasis recti, which you don't want to open here. However, working in this side position, you're well off and safe. So you still want to work towards your midline and not let anything pop out, but the risk is very slim. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift, squeezing the ball. Aligning your head, reaching through the top of the head. Four. And 3. 2. And 1. And then come up. Go straight onto the other side. Just switching over here, getting ready. On the other side. Already prepped down here, so you don't want to start leaning in here, but you're pushed out, pushing the elbow down into the mat, being lifted from your shoulder, lifted from your waist, and then exhale and lift your pelvis. And inhale, lower down. Exhale and inhale. And 4 more. Squeezing the ball, feeling into your pelvic floor, feeling the lift from the pubic bone up to your navel. And the last one will take you up onto your knees again. And then just sit here and take a side bend to one side. Take a side bend to the other side. And then take the ball underneath. You really are sitting on the ball now. Pelvic floor on the ball. And now just take a breath. Inhale. On your exhale, you just want to lift from your pelvic floor, which is very highlighted through being actually sat on it and having the feedback from the ball. You want to pull away from the ball, up and in, and inhale. Lower down in terms of the pelvic floor. You shouldn't be lifting from your glutes, so it shouldn't be a lifting up from your butt, but just a lifting up from the pelvic floor between the sit bones. And inhale, let it sink. Exhale, just pulling it up. Pulling, not clenching. And inhale. Exhale, just lifting it. As if you had a little thread attached and you could just pull it up and in. And obviously this is one that you should be integrating into your day because it really does need a lot of repetition. You want to lower and integrate and activate your ribs at the same time. Very internal, intrinsic work. One more. And then release it. Take the ball out. Make your way over your side onto your back. And take the ball between your knees. Inhale here. Shoulders are spread out and relaxed down. Feet are hip width apart. Exhale, squeeze the ball and try to start from your pelvic floor, pubic bone towards your navel, and then you're slowly peeling off. You want to be activated in your transverse abdominis, which is partnered with your pelvic floor. Now slowly peeling off. You'll also feel your rectus abdominis and then go through the whole spine up until shoulder blade area. Inhale at the top. This is a great position to pull that pelvic floor all the way in. Since gravity really helps you, you want to pull the pelvic floor into your abdomen. Right behind the navel is where you want to land with it. On an exhale, lower down, vertebra by vertebra. Slowly setting down, each one landing on your sacrum. So you're in the neutral now. Inhale, exhale, pelvic floor. You want to feel that activity first. You start to peel off. Then you'll feel with your pelvic floor, you'll feel the activity right next to the bones here, your pelvic crusts. Right next to them on the inside, you should feel the response of your transverse. Slowly moving up. Inner thighs are enhancing your pelvic floor. Inhale here, widen the ribs. Belly isn't sticking out here because gravity is just letting it relax down. And then exhale, draw it in even more. You want to hollow it out. Just show it where to go. It needs to be led, or else it'll just stay where it's been for the last months. Inhale, and then slowly peeling off. Feel your feet grounded. The feet are important. It's important to lift the inner ankles and build your arch. Very much related to the whole alignment of the legs and to your pelvic floor activity. So don't leave the feet behind. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. and stay here in the neutral. Take the ball out and in a clean transition, try to pull the abdominal wall in. Carefully lift one leg up into a tabletop. Take the opposite hand and the ball in between. Inhale here. On your exhale, push against the ball and draw your abdominal wall in for the whole exhale. Inhale, release. The exhale is when you gently push into the ball. The knee is pushing into the ball too, and this is going to get you that pulling in activity of the abs. You want to draw them in, suck them in. There's no pressure out. And inhale. You need to use your exhale when you want to make it full. Exhale all the air. All the air is going out. The belly is being sucked in, swallowed in, until it's very close to your back. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, transverse, abdominal wall being sucked inwards, your belly hollowed out, and then release, and just pull this knee in, extend the other leg, and then slowly come back. Just bring both feet down just to touch base, neutralize your pelvis, and then inhale. Exhale, lift the other leg. Clean transition. Make sure you're not arching here. You're not letting your belly pop out. You want to pull it in and get ready on the opposite side. Inhale. Exhale, just press gently. You want to draw in underneath your hand if you've got it here. And exhale, draw it all the way in. Pull it in, empty all that air. Exhale all of it. The end of the exhale is the place where you have the closest connection between abs and back. And exhale. Besides, those deep breaths will definitely be good for you in a probably also a little bit of a turbulent time. Not much time to breathe through, not much time to breathe thoroughly. It's very calming for your nervous system. Inhale. Exhale. Pulling all the way in. One more. And then release. Pull your knee in, extend the opposite leg. And then pull both knees in. Just rock side to side. And then roll onto one side. You want to be careful with these transitions. And then take the ball underneath your upper back. Take the hands behind your head and then just gently lean over. You want to mobilize your upper back. Just releasing all the way. And then slowly come back up. Take your hands to help you up here, being careful with the transition again, and then get into a cross-legged. Try to sit up tall, sit on your sit bones, nice and straight, upright through your spine. And then inhale. And exhale all the way. And take one more. Arms up. And then down through your midline. Thank you so much for joining, and all the best.